What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. We are back for, well, not back, we're here for Married to Medicine. As you see, a very familiar face. Welcome back to the Lean Chase.
I'm ready to lean, honey. Yes. What's
Now,
going
I
on?
do want to ask you. I'm like, now, should we be calling you Chase or Irving? What do you prefer? Because I know you as Chase,
Well,
but the new branding says
yes.
Irving. So I guess we need to decide at this moment what you think.
I guess it's gonna be my alter ego. You can call me Chase. Irving is strictly reserved for when I like put out music,
Mm-hmm.
anything music related. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
Irving. But when I get ready to lay back, Kiki, lean on in, down to the thing with the people. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's just Chase talking to you as I would talk to you in my living room or wherever we at. So we Chase right now. We giving you Chase.
Okay, and y'all will be seeing Chase more this season for Married to Medicine. Just as a quick little mention, the Lean is taking a new platform to where there'll be rotating guests, and so we'll all come together for the finale and the reunions, similar to like the Salt Lake City recaps and Potomac recap that we did with Chase in the past too. So get ready. We got a lot of things planned, but let's talk about Married to Medicine. It is season 7, right? And so they're back, and this is one of my favorite shows on Bravo. Like, I know this is one of Chase's favorite shows too. And they're back with a new season. I'm just gonna say that my girl Heavenly is looking bomb. I know that people are like, "Oh, Heavenly this," but I think that Heavenly is the supreme of the show now. That's just my opinion. Who you
Oh,
think?
now, okay.
Yeah. Now, who you think?
Um, okay. I think it is a battle of supremacy
Okay,
between Toya Bush Harris, Miss
you think
Toya
Toya?
Bush, Miss Tacky T. Oh yes, Toya. And we're gonna get into it in the first episode. Toya definitely let it be known that she is a force to be reckoned with amongst this new group.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same group, but against the new configuration of the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Heavenly has always been angling to kind of push who out of the way. And
Yeah.
now that who is no longer there, so then yeah, I can see how you would see Heavenly. So
Okay, well, let's go ahead and let's clear the elephant out the room because we know that Mariah is your girl. It used to be Lisa Nicole. But anyway,
I didn't sign up for this, and I'm gonna just go ahead and lean on out. How about that?
I'll leave back in.
Lisa Nicole.
So your
Okay,
fave
okay.
is Mariah, and during the Potomac, when we were doing the recap, you mentioned that it's gonna be a whole big mess when the season starts and she's not on the show. Well, she's officially not on the show. I think I've seen like articles of her. I don't know if she boycotting Bravo, but I think she's like trying to sue for whatever reason. So, just how do you feel with her officially not being back? Like, do you obviously you're still gonna watch? So, like, what are your thoughts?
Um, you know, I'm, how can I put it? I am very, very, very disappointed. And if everything that she's saying is true, I don't think that any one person tells the complete whole truth. Now, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not naive to anything,
Mm-hmm.
but the things that she has said so far within her official filing of the lawsuit and the droplets of interviews that she's been doing, like it looks that way to me that it is true. So I think that the way that she was unceremoniously ousted from the platform that she created
Mm-hmm.
for these ladies, I think the fact that none of these ladies that we know of, because
Mm-hmm.
some probably did, none of these ladies that we know of went to bat for her and are now angling to be the top dog. I just think it's all tacky and very, very, very lowbrow, in my opinion, that these esteemed black professionals will do anything for an extra coin. And I am very disappointed in the ladies if what she is saying is true. I am very disappointed in the ladies. So there's that. And she will be missed. She is forever will be the queen bee, the nucleus of the girls, the center. And as we watch group scenes like we watched last night, something was missing. And that's just the true tea.
Okay. My we're going real quickly like Mariah, cool. Like I love her Shay. I think she was always above those girls when it came to Shay in fashion. But in terms of the show, I just feel like she kind of did it to herself. Like there was a lot. There was one season specifically. I think the first season she wasn't on. I feel like they kind of pushed her out at that time. So at that moment, I knew how disposable she was going to be eventually. Because if they would kick her out then, that was an earlier part in the franchise. So I don't know. I mean, we don't know what happened. We know that some individuals were not feeling her. Of course, Heavenly. I felt like Toya and her were back on the same page, and I felt like Simone at least tried to, but I don't know. She's not back. Maybe we'll see her next season. She do take breaks.
I will say, yeah, it's true. I will say this for Heavenly. I'm gonna give her this. She has since gone on record since the lawsuit has been filed, because initially she stated that Mariah didn't own the show.
Mm-hmm.
Then the lawsuit got filed, and she said she didn't know whether she owned the show or not. But what she did say was
Mm-hmm.
that Mariah was good television, and she did not understand why they got rid of some girls and didn't
Yeah.
get rid of other girls,
Mm-hmm.
alluding that Mariah and Quiet should have been full time, and there were other girls on the cast who could have gone. So I give her that.
I can see that. I definitely agree. There's somebody specifically I'm wondering, like, I like her, but why is she back? But let's get into the episode. So season 7, episode 1. I was always already excited to see them come back because, of course, COVID. So this is a medical based show. Like, all of them are OBGYNs and different. Their husbands are in medicine. It's all medicine. So the first thing I wanted to see, what were their lives like when COVID hit. Obviously, we know how it was for us, and I liked how they kind of showed a glimpse of just basically they were working, and the whole thing of the mask and just individuals, not saying I want to see someone pass away, but how people were passing away, and just I was always curious to see how was it on the first look. And from a first look from a medical individual expert, how was that? And so I'm glad they showcased that. They touched on George Floyd. All the things that we kind of have seen a little bit of from the Atlanta franchise of Housewives, but it was from a different perspective. Of course, that was Breonna Taylor. So, what were your thoughts on how they brought in the episode and just how they touched on the struggles within the medical field at the beginning of COVID, going into the George Floyd, just with those two topics?
I actually thought that out of all of the montages, I think that every reality show that is done that I have watched, so Housewives of Atlanta, Basketball Wives, I thought that they did it really well. But I think that this just was just the best opening
Yeah.
that they possibly could have done. I
Mm-hmm.
was really, 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 really happy to see it done. So tasteful. The
Mm-hmm.
lady showed the right amount of emotion.
Yeah.
It resonates with me because my mom is a registered nurse,
Mm-hmm.
and she's right now 21 days on a COVID wing in a site. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when they are saying what they're going through, because I'm in Atlanta, she's in Florida doing her job now. I'm not directly with her, but I know how it impacted me.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a loved one that you have to watch or talk to, or somebody that you feel that you can't live without.
Right.
Go help other people in a situation that is not safe for anyone. You know what I mean? So I just really, really applaud them for being so open and so honest about what they're going through, and just I just thought it was a really great opening scene. I did enjoy that very much.
I agree. Compared to
Child,
all
you
of
trying to take me out down to the lead? I'm not gonna do it. All right, we're good.
go
We're
that
good.
not you get go ahead, let it out, Chad.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Come
But
on,
yes,
Quad.
almost took me out. Last
I
night you almost taking me out now, so that means it did its job.
Well, I agree. Like I said, it was good to see that. I have a best friend that is he's a nurse practitioner, and at that time I think he was in between work, and so he wasn't as affected as we saw on the television. So it was good to see them, especially at the beginning of COVID, when there were limited masks, there were limited everything. They were just basically wearing double masks because they didn't have the proper suits and stuff like that.
PP,
And
yeah.
also, I'm gonna say too, I liked how in the episode when they were showing the husbands getting off work and they were literally stripping down in the garages or before they came in the house. That was real. I know for a fact, and
Yeah.
I just like that they were showing how cautious and they were practicing safety measures, being medical experts, people that we look up to. I thought it was, like you said, beautifully done. I thought they did a really good job throughout the entire episode. Another part of the opening scene was the highlight between Jackie and Simone beefing from last season. Now, last season, as Toya later told us, y'all roll out on the floor and la 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 la. And so I was very confused when they came back to see them beefing because they are like best friends, and you know, I was like, oh, this is the beef. I didn't know from the trailer. I didn't know who was gonna be beefing like that. But now I'm like, okay, this is must gonna be like a long season for these two. So just based off of that, from the reunion to now, what are your thoughts on Jackie and Simone and this friendship that they really have at this moment? Because they were besties.
Um, You know, it's. I was, how can I put it? I was super surprised that they're going to go there with their relationship and their friendship,
Mm-hmm.
because that had been the one thing that was off limits for seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So for 7 seasons, that was off limits.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't let anybody infiltrate it,
Yeah.
anyone exploit it, and they really did allow Quad and Mariah's dissolution of their friendship to be the center stage.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think behind the scenes, there was probably some resentment, because, the three girls, they were the three girls, three. It was Simone and Heavenly and Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
And, the word on the street that I was getting was they weren't going to church anymore. They used to all go to church, sit at the same road, same section. So it
Ah.
would be like just Heavenly and Jackie going and stuff like that. So Simone, I believe, had checked out of that a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm really surprised that we're going to go there. So that means if they're willing to go ahead and discuss it, that means it's probably worse than what we're actually seeing,
Oh,
because
definitely.
they're super protective over it. Yeah.
It's definitely worse because we're gonna jump around, but just to see. Okay, so at the end of the episode, when so when Heavenly brought up, and like I said, we skipping around. When Heavenly was like, "Are we good?" Like we hugged. Like I don't want to go through this, blah blah. And then Simone was like, "Yeah, we good." So I'm just a little confused on how Simone could be so quick to be like, "Yeah, we good, Heavenly," and you mad at your best friend for the person you are so easy to forgive. I don't really get it. I don't really know whose side to take on this because I do feel like Jackie is a little passive aggressive. She does have some ways. She's shown us to be very nice and sweet. But Jackie, I would be lying if I didn't say Jackie. She definitely has some passive aggressive ways, and I believe behind the camera, outside the camera, she's probably doing a little more than we are seeing to as far as her image. So I don't know. Like it's weird, but I feel like Simone has shifted a lot in the last few seasons. Anyway, it's just her aura, her style. She just seems like she's become almost not a new person, but so much more. I don't know. I can't think of the word, child, but she's different to me. And I used to love Simone, but I don't really like her as much as I used to. I don't know. Go ahead.
It's it's so hard. Simone, I'm a loud person. Simone, a loud person.
Yeah.
So because you a loud person and you calling it out and you saying what it is, the bitch over here quiet that's stabbing you with the knife, don't nobody see you stabbing. Everybody just see you yelling and all this stuff, and they like,
Yeah.
well, what the hell going on? This quiet bitch over here is a sniper from the side, and she keeps stabbing me. So y'all not gonna direct any of the energy to her.
Mm-hmm.
I think that what she did was she was able to remove Heavenly from the situation, even though Heavenly probably was one of the sources of tension between
Mm-hmm.
the friendship. But the best friend is Jackie. So I can't be really mad at you for you doing whatever you doing, but I can't hold Jackie accountable because we've been friends for years. And for you to let that happen, I have an issue with it. So I mean,
Oh,
it is
true.
a little weird to see how Simone is kind of buddy buddy with Heavenly, but I actually think that she just is going for the main person. And I honestly think that, after years of things, I mean, how long are you going to continue to let that slide? Like, no, she is not this person. Yes, she has
Yeah.
done me wrong or whatever. So I think that she's well within her rights to be different towards those women. I honestly think the only person on the show in front of the camera who has proven themselves to be one of her true friends is probably Toya,
To Simone.
to Simone.
But I feel like Simone and Toya. Simone played nice with Toya, but she always sitting on Reddit with Toya. Like she
They are,
took,
because that's her dog.
huh?
That's
She
her
always sitting
dog.
on Reddit.
Like, girl, now eat your ass up. You better stop tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
I don't
very
know.
much so. I mean, no, that's what I get. Like let something happen this season with Toya in this house or anything like that. You the first person to scream loud, yeah, it's gonna be Simone. You know it's gonna be Simone, and she
But
gonna
they
go
hang out. They
hard.
are real friends.
I believe it. I believe it. Toya seems
Just like
now to be
Jackie.
friends with almost basically everybody. She don't buddy with Jackie like that, and she don't she keeps distance with Heavenly, because I don't
Cause
know.
Cavalier blowing her ass up every chance she get.
Yeah, yeah,
Cavalier is like, have you seen those YouTubes? Oh my
yeah,
god.
yeah. No, I know.
Oh, cringe.
at the
I'm a fighter.
at the thing last week, the happy hour, they was all giving too nice for me. Like I really couldn't tell what was. I know it's supposed to be like not about the show, but I feel like they were just too nice. I really couldn't tell because they always nice. They always nice, and we know that Contessa and Toya has a history that ain't gonna never really get any better, in my opinion, ever. So I don't know. It was interesting seeing that. How'd you feel about Contessa and her entry? Her, I guess this season her husband is going to be cheating or something like that. Child, I guess on this show everybody's husband goes down there proud at that path, or not just this show, every damn show. Everybody husbands wives go down that path of cheating. So how did you feel about her? And just I guess she's now finished with school. That was a big storyline last season that she was in school. Now what is she doing now? I don't even know what she's doing now. Just working.
Next caller. I don't have nothing for Contessa. I
Really?
feel like every storyline that she has had in the past has been contrived and fake. It has made no sense. It has jumped from one extreme to the next extreme. Last season, she was going to college in Tennessee or wherever she was going to the
It was
college at,
Tennessee.
and they argued. Okay, Tennessee. They argued about where the raising of the children, the whole season,
Mm-hmm.
the episode 18. Okay, baby, I love you. Let's just get a nanny. Excuse me, we could have got a nanny in the first episode. What is that about? Like they are weird, and I honestly think that they have done one too many fake storylines and then fake themselves into a real problem because it does not look like they get along, and the cracks were exposed at that reunion. They do. She resents him. She did not want the life that she lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it is starting to show, and we're going to see that later on in the season. If the clips coming forward ring true, it doesn't look like they're going on like some cheating allegations and stuff like that. Whatever it is, next caller, child. I ain't got time for her. I just don't see it from Miss Contessa. You get rid of. I'm sorry. You get rid of the Queen Bee. I'm not a Quad fan because I think she do tricks and shows. But you demote Quad. She should have been demoted anyway. But we
Yeah.
keep Contessa and we put Contessa in the middle of the girls. So is Contessa in charge of the girls? I think not, honey. No, ma'am. Never see it.
But the
Then you
only
build a
reason
spinoff around Contessa in LA. I can go on and on. And that was a flop, flop, flop. Girl, we don't want it. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it.
Contessa,
Whew.
whether her storylines are true, manipulated, whatever they are, she has, I think, earned her space. Now, she's not an interesting person alone, but when it comes to confrontation and moments, she is given moments, and that's I don't know.
And she be wrong, friend.
No. I didn't say she was right. I'm just saying she give moments.
Oh,
That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. So I don't know. I'm not that Queen Bee. No, I would definitely not give her that. But I mean, she's yeah. I
I ride
personally.
horses. I don't wear them. Next caller.
Oh,
Who we got on the docket? I don't want to hear nothing about no Contessa. I'm sorry, honey. And I'm going
okay.
to eat her ass up the whole season.
Okay. Well, listen. If she do something I like, I'm gonna defend her. But if she don't, I'm gonna let you eat it up, child. That's fine. Eat up. Jackie's new house. I like Jackie's new house. I like that. I'm glad because there was a point where her and her husband, she didn't really want a house. She wanted like some in the city. He wanted a house. So it's funny that he was just like, she was like, "What'd you get out of this?" He was like spending money. I'm like, "Sir, you're not the breadwinner in this relationship." I don't know why he even said that, but I thought that was very weird. We all know where the money comes from in that relationship. No shade. And for him to say that is like, no. Moving on, Dr. Damon's, if you know, Dr. Damon's my favorite. I'm going to start by saying that Heavenly then got some work done to where she had on a little belly crop top. I was like, go ahead, Heavenly. First of all, she done came a
Well, if
long
you
way.
get it done right.
Listen, I don't
Yeah.
know how right it looked, but from what I saw on the camera, she was able to wear a belly top, something I can't wear right now. So I'm gonna say, go ahead, Heavenly.
What Nancy Pelosi say?
So
Go
then,
ahead,
so the
Heavenly.
event. So
You talking
basically,
to him, Heavenly.
at the event, we find out that the new person, Anila, is Toya's friend, and I was like, that is to me that's weird because Toya has brought in 3 people now, 3, and I feel like and
Probably at
she's
least.
falling out with each of them, so that makes me feel like I don't know what to expect because Anila just seems like I don't know what she is. Like I said, I don't know much about her. I was on the Married to Medicine happy hour last week. Nobody was really asking her questions, but they like kind of forced and asked her questions because everybody else was, nobody knows her. So she did bring up the situation about people saying that they got rid of Mariah and replaced them with the Indians. She did bring it up, and she was just
What
like,
did she say about that? Because
she
she was
so
very much giving
so
great value, Mariah.
oh, somebody asked her, how do you feel about replacing the greats like Mariah and whatever? And then she was like, well, I don't feel like I'm replacing them. I'm basically like I'm my own person. I'm not filling in any shoes. She kind of kept it smart, but she brought in that situation about an Indian replacing what is Mariah's husband?
Aiden.
Aiden, yeah, she did bring that in, and she
Dr.
was just
Aiden.
like, yeah, Dr. Aiden. She was just like, yeah, and I see people on the internet saying that they replace so and so with an Indian, and that's not the case, and I was just like, okay, girl, like at this point, let's just see who you
It's the
are.
case. It's the case.
It
That's
is the
why
case.
when I said earlier in the conversation that Mariah says these things, and
Yeah,
then well, it appears to be. So
yeah,
you don't want her to show her Black Kadeshi family,
yeah.
and then what do? You cast a bunch of Indians. Do you want to lose the case? Like it just is like, are y'all great, girl?
I don't know,
Anyway,
but back to what I was
I
saying.
got some
So
great value paper towels. They still wipe the same, so it's
so she
okay.
great.
I get it.
You said she a great value, Mariah. Well, look, it don't like she can throw shade like Mariah. I mean, we gonna see because I think she gonna get ate up. But like I said, Toya brought
What was
her
she doing for the
along
side? It's weird.
from the side on the episode.
Yeah, if it was my friend, I just wouldn't be.
I
Girl,
didn't
what are
know
you talking
what
about? You
she
don't know
was
these people.
doing when she chimed in. I was like, "Girl,
It was
shut
weird.
up, you."
It was weird.
I was taken back at how calm Heavenly was. Let's just say that. I feel like she was a very like, because I feel like she would, and she probably gonna let her have it. I know she will, but I feel
Oh,
like
she's gonna let her have it.
she gonna let her have it. But Anita, I was like,
Absolutely.
girl, it was just too much. So rewind back to the episode, Dr. Jamie's event. They got mermaids and crab legs, your favorite. They got all types of. I guess I don't know what the theme was. I think they had purple and gold. I think he's an Omega. It was a lot going on at the party. I didn't know what the theme was, but I'm glad that she had the event. On the way to the event, Jackie was talking about her relationship with Simone. And so when Simone gets there, she comes, I think, after everybody at this point. And the situation to me was real weird. You saw how she was like, oh, give me a hug. I'm going to hug you anyway. And she was like, we supposed to be social distancing.
It was
She
so
was
weird.
like,
So mean.
I was
I
like,
don't
oh,
like that
this
with my
is
friends. When we having like
awkward.
stuff like that,
Yeah,
it's
I
me. I
mean,
make it awkward. Like, hey, girl. Hey.
but they tried to make it seem
Ugh.
like Jackie, because notice that when Simone came in, Jackie put her mask on. Her mask wasn't on at first. I guess, naturally in COVID times, when we're getting up out of a seat, we usually put our mask on, so I don't know. But it was very awkward. Like, what did you think about it? And them two, and just Simone was just basically like, girl, gone. That's what it was giving for me.
Well, I want to try to touch on a couple of points that you made in your breakdown.
Okay.
First of all, if Messi was a husband, it'd be 6'9" Curtis. I can't stand his raggedy ass. He is always just like, how can you be that piece? How could you? How could you be such a piece of trash and then tell this woman no at every freaking turn? No, we don't want to have. No, we're not having a baby because I say so. But I get to have an affair. No, you can't have the condo because I say so. You make all the money.
Are you talking about
No,
Simone?
no. Like who are you? Like
You mean Jackie? So back to Jackie.
Jackie?
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Is he crazy? Jackie is a lot more submissive than Dr. Heavenly gives her credit for because If you are out here cheating on me and I bring home the baby, we moving down to the Midtown on 10th Street, and that's what we gonna be
That's what
right
she
there.
wanted to be.
I'm getting a baby. I just saying, like, you're not gonna tell me no, baby. You don't even do what I need you to do for me. You don't even do that. And every time I get ready to come home and charge, you complain about it. Do you want the money and the bitches? Oh, excuse me. Do you want the money and that lifestyle, or do you want what you want to do? Because you telling me no, like you're making all this money, and you're not. So you can't tell me no. Anywho, um, yeah. So Dr. Heavenly's party. You said you weren't really sure what the theme was.
I did not understand. I saw mermaids and crab legs and
Sound like
belly tops.
throw a
I
bunch of
don't
shit
know.
together. And,
It
yay.
was just too. It was too much going on. I didn't really know, but like I said, Heavenly's belly top is nice. That's really what I got from the whole
It looked
oral.
it looked like it needed to be pressure washed. But
Oh, Mariah did
no,
say
I'm joking. That's just a
that.
little old. I had to stop Mariah. I'm joking. I actually don't have a problem with Heavenly now that Mariah's gone. My main source of contention with her was the Mariah thing
Yeah.
because I thought that she really like went low below the belt a lot of times where it wasn't necessary. But
Hmm.
so we starting with a clean slate this season, Heavenly.
Uh
Um, ish. But I mean, I'm an awkward friend. Like I'm a push through the room. I am going to speak, but honey, I got 1 2 seconds and then wear the cocktails. That's all I got. So I can understand how it is awkward because I'm sure you're going to get into it in a few. Toya called it out.
oh. Hmm.
Toya called it out, and she was absolutely spot on. So yes, it's going to be awkward until everybody lives in the truth and speaks about what it is and moves the fuck forward. I keep cussing. I'm sorry.
You can cuss, Chad.
You got a
What's up?
beeper?
No, I ain't got that. I ain't got that technology
I don't want to
yet.
run off your corporate sponsors, baby. We got corporate sponsors coming through. We're not running off no coins. So if I got to stop cussing, I'm gonna stop cussing. Okay.
Okay, we ain't got him yet, though, so
Bloop,
keep
bloop,
cussing.
bloop.
But no,
All
I agree.
right.
So you think Toya, you feel like Toya was, I think her message was right. The bitch was just drunk. She was drunk as hell.
Yeah,
And
that was what it was. You got a drunk
and
message.
it's a drunk message. It from a drunk person, we don't always receive it like that way. Now, if
She
she
was
was
spot on though.
she was spot on. It was very fake. And like I said, my whole thing was I just felt like Simone, girl, you so over here. Okay, yeah, Heavenly, we good, but this your best friend. But like you said, sometimes with best friends, that situation can be a little different because it's like the expectation is higher. So it's more of a hurt
I'm
versus
holding
some.
you more account. There's this
I
girl here.
understand that makes
That's what she
sense.
do.
Yeah,
But you
but
my
she was.
dog. You know what I'm
I
saying?
yeah, she Heavenly was like not Heavenly. She was like, you about to leave? She was like, yeah, I'm ready to leave anyway. And like I
But
said,
that's the thing, though. I think Toya still was upset from those comments that Heavenly had made.
oh, she
She didn't even want
was.
to come.
She said it in the
The
car. She was
comments that
like,
Heavenly had made throughout the season.
yeah. She said in the car. She was like, she said, I guess we got nothing else to do. We might as well go eat at. I mean, we can go eat at a Heavenly House or something like that. So yeah, she didn't want to go. But
We
that's
can't go to
but
Chops.
and that's why the message I feel like was lost a little bit because she's clearly upset. She clearly drunk. The message is right, but it's just like it ain't no different than Nene right now. I'm saying boycott Bravo and whatever she says going on. The message is very correct, but from her, it ain't gonna come out right because she going about it the wrong way, and that's how I feel about Toya. She
Speak about a
just
fall from grace. Jeez Louise.
oh.
But go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
yeah, I felt like okay, Toya, you're drunk, but like I said, I can't wait to see where things go with Jackie and Simone. Um, it's not gonna be
Toya is
entertaining to me though.
needed.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's not gonna be in it because I don't really care about what
Me
Jackie
neither.
got going on. I don't really understand who was right and who was wrong. I just feel that from what I'm seeing, it seems as though Simone in some way felt betrayed by
Yeah,
Jackie, and Jackie is doing the Jackie. You know, she lightweight acknowledging it and lightweight. Whatever it is. It's so funny because Jackie and Quad said the season 2 reunion about Mariah and Jackie and Simone said this about Mariah and Quad's fallout. She was like, it has to be something. They were like, it has to be something else. It was
yeah,
so dramatic what Quad was doing, and we're not seeing what is really going on, so it doesn't add up.
yeah.
This is
The same
dramatic
thing.
in in a different way, but it's the same
We
dramatic,
have
and
no
nobody
clue
understands
what happened because
what is
nothing really happened. But I
absolutely.
can definitely tell you that there was definitely a shift in Simone. I think Simone was the person that turned the switch and was just like, okay, you know what? Now I see her. Because when she sided with Buffy last season, that was her basically being like, the switch was on. You know, because
She can't be wrong. Jackie can't be wrong.
yeah,
That's why Jackie was mad at her. You supposed to be my dog, and you calling me out on camera, but
that's
you
what
are
I'm saying.
wrong,
In the
girlfriend.
past, Simone would always, most times, blindly support Jackie in whatever way, and so, but now that's Heavenly. That's Heavenly. That's what Heavenly's doing, and
But look at
so
what we're doing. We're unraveling it. I want you to stay there with yours because,
yeah.
and okay, so yeah, so she would blindly support it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now she's not blindly supporting it. So that is Jackie's contention with her. But I think Simone's contention with Jackie is for years they both thought it, but Simone would say it, and Simone would get the blame, and Dr. Jackie is Gandhi. You see what I'm saying? But they both
Mm-hmm.
thinking it, they both having a conversation. That shit
Mm-hmm.
is annoying. That
Yeah.
is annoying.
Yeah.
So maybe
I
that's what it is. It's still not enough, but
it's
maybe that's what it is. You
Yeah,
know,
I hope we get down to it. I need to see some text messages, some receipts, because
they
honestly,
ain't doing that. You know they're not doing that.
I know they not. But
Imagine
Simone
that
gonna get
text
loud
message.
though. She gonna give us a good loud, a little rant. I'm sure she will. Jackie is just gonna, I don't know what she gonna do. Maybe
Be
cry.
blessed, Queen. Be blessed, Queen.
She's gonna
That
say,
whack
I
ass shit out of here.
apologize. Dead. Let's eat.
Oh my God. Put me back to, I told you I don't want to be, I'm giving girls some slates this season, but if you put me back to season 7, oh, I'm in their ass right to the day.
You mean
I
season
wanted to
6,
say
last season.
that I am so glad that Drunk Toya showed up because these uppity, highbrow women
Yeah.
need someone like that. No, all of y'all are wrong. All of y'all stupid. This shit is annoying, and I'm gonna go home. Like I was so with her. Like I was 1,000%
But
with her because like we just sitting around. It just ugh.
But okay, as I'm thinking back, because I actually missed this part. Toya's message was more towards Heavenly and Simone. It was less of now. That's where I feel like she lost it because she was directing it towards them two. She was saying because they were the ones that was hugging out on the ground and rolling
Lovey
around.
dovey.
You know, they did that backstage, but Simone and Jackie had their come to Jesus moment on the stage. So I don't know. I guess it's a to be continued episode. I want to see what else Toya has to say because I feel like her message is clear. But I mean, at the end of the day, she's just drunk, and it's like, who wants to listen to a drunk? No shame. Who? I'm sorry.
And you know what? Her, as we mentioned, we just got to highlight it again. Her rant definitely was probably based in the fact that Simone, we supposed to come here together and hold each other down, and you in here
With
bumping
Heavenly, you
pocketbooks
didn't
with
forgave
Heavenly down to
her,
the
and
thing,
you know I
and
don't
you know
like
I want to
her.
fight her. What?
Exactly, exactly. It was. I get what she was trying to do, but she can't come and say, I'm just saying. No, you were just upset, and you were just saying. That was a motive, and the
Toya does
Patron.
operate like that.
Oh yeah. I can't. She can give it. She can give it to the girls. I love Toya. I've grown to love her so much from season 1. Back when she was
Oh,
tacky
cause
tacky
Tacky Toya
Toya.
season 1.
But
Ooh,
she
no
has
ma'am.
really. I feel like and that's why she's still there because I didn't think she would be back after like season 2,
I didn't think she
3.
would last that long.
I didn't think
She
so
has
either.
endured,
She really has. She
and
has
she's giving
made.
us quality storylines.
Yeah. I'm just glad the tax thing is over and the other stuff because that was old.
But
In the
watching
house.
young black people deal with the amount of money that they had, and learning how to deal with it, that is just like inspirational. They
Yeah.
got knocked down, they got back up.
Yeah.
Whether well, I'm gonna say something real mean, but I'm not gonna
Uh-uh.
say that. I'm gonna clamp my tongue. Whether Contessa were hating or not, that's one thing or another. But I really did love seeing that, and I also love seeing them build this mansion, and their kids just like to see two little black boys running around, just excited and free, and just all of that is what people say is the hope of the dream and the slave
Yeah.
child. It's just
I'm just glad
black and doing
that
it.
they're in a good place now. I did read that something does happen to their house. I hear it goes back on the market. But that's just what I read. We're gonna see.
Get your money, boo. Get your money, Toya.
And with like I know when we was watching last night, like my boyfriend was just kind of like he likes that they're so open and that they put things out on the front street. But I was like, it is good, and she has given us some quality storylines. She does represent, she's more relatable than some of the others, I feel. But I feel like the situation is just like, girl, like he has the fact that he is always working. He is
She is
always
dogging that man out.
She is, and that
Woo.
annoys me because it's like she living her best life. He at work all the time.
She's riding around Buckhead and golf carts. Like, what?
She playing tennis now. He at work trying to save a life, and that's his job. But he's doing that to maintain the life for her. He ain't got nothing to show for it.
But you know what? We can't knock it. That's what he want her to do.
I guess you're right. Let me shut my fat ass
I
up.
think, I don't know. I wouldn't want no woman laid up with me. I wouldn't want no woman laid up with me anyway. Hey, that ain't what I want.
Mm-mm.
But I just wouldn't want nobody laid up with me. Just, live in the lap of luxury, and I'm out here breaking my butt down for it. But,
Yeah.
that's what works for them. Jackie taking care of her man. So who are we to? Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so we can get into some predictions based off of we saw the trailer, the full season trailer a while back, but the trailer they played it again. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Some of the storylines, briefly. What do you think is going to happen going forward in the season?
I think that I feel that they sat around and did that group scene, and I feel like they felt like the shit wasn't working, and I feel like it's gonna get ugly. And what I mean by ugly is like season 9 Real Housewives of Atlanta without Nene ugly. Like they were ugly, but they put on one of the best seasons that has ever been on the Real Housewives because their backs was against the wall, and they had to because people hated season 8. I don't know what Kim feels. People hated that season.
Mm.
So I
Yeah.
think that they are going to really, 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 really turn it up over the next couple of episodes. I can't wait to see how. Carrie never really went away, did she? But how Miss Quad and Lisa Nicole, most especially, get
Lisa
reintroduced
Nicole.
to the group. I'm ready. Yes, I'm very much ready for anything having to do with Jackie to be over with. I don't really care. And I'm interested to see why Scott is cheating on Contessa, allegedly, because I have never really seen it for her husband either. Do you know that you remember I used to do like red carpets and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That is the only husband that I have ever seen in my entire life, okay?
Mm-hmm.
On any reality show, walk a red carpet without his wife. So he is living for this. He is definitely like if Amelia is the great value Mariah, he is definitely the great value Peter Thomas. Like he lives for this.
Well, he
So
definitely
I
I
know he's
mean
gonna bring it.
clearly
He's
it
gonna bring
showed.
it. So I'm ready to see what he's gonna do. He's gonna
He
throw out.
definitely gives Contessa a run for her money. He don't just sit back like the other husbands. He ain't Eugene. She don't run him, bitch.
You don't run me, bitch. He's like,
I'm
whoa, Lee,
mostly
what's going on,
excited
Lee?
for Lisa Nicole. Honestly, I feel like she left and she needed to. She's back, but she's not completely. She's not 100% back, and so I know what kind of person that she was, and she brought some iconic moments. And I think that this is so funny because she's beefing with Heavenly again, I believe, and so I'm just ready to see it. Like I'm just ready to see some some
I heard
shakeups.
that gets nasty.
And I'm sure it does. So on the happy hour, I was able to ask a question to the cast, and I asked them. Of course, they kept it cute. I was like, how was the dynamic? I can't even think what I'm saying. How was it with Lisa and Carrie coming back? And before I could even get it out my damn mouth, Toya was like, "Oh, they came back real strong." Like she was like, "They came real." And then Heaven was like, "Mm-hmm." So it must get really ugly.
She get
Um,
ugly. And Carrie was never no punk, so Mariah ate her up though. That's all that was. But Carrie wasn't no punk. She definitely applied pressure to the girl. She had she was definitely going toe to toe with the squad if you watch first season
I
and
remember.
blast off, honey, blast. Yo, yeah, she definitely gives the girls a run for her money. So I'm glad that they finally put her back on payroll so they could stop inviting her to the events because they felt bad because she wanted to be on the show, but production didn't want her on it, allegedly.
Well, right. We gonna see. All I remember with Carrie
We have
was
to drop
like the
Latifah for you,
parties
child. Ooh, I dropped
over.
that to y'all.
Ooh, okay. If you got that tea, lean in.
I just did. I just dropped it. Now, y'all do what y'all want to do with that.
Well, with that being said, I think we covered pretty much all the first episode. It was a light episode. It wasn't a whole lot going on, but
Very light.
Married to Medicine always they always turn it up, and they turn it up when you least expect it, and it just goes. So I'm ready for it. Like I said, you'll be seeing Chase throughout the season, as well as 2 other guests as well. So get familiar, get in contact with him, follow him on Instagram as you see on the screen. And other than that, any last words?
Yeah, just you guys continue to support the lean, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to lean in future episodes, and
Mm-hmm.
as the season gets juicier, hopefully, we'll have more to lean in
Please.
about. But thank you for having me. I appreciate it as always.
Well, we'll be glad to have you back. Because it'll be soon.
All right, see
With that being
y'all.
said, we're going to lean out. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment. All things lean, as myself and Chase has said. And I guess I'll see y'all for the next recap. Bye.
Bye.